Good evening, everyone. This is Henry Gambell with SimplerOptions.com, and it's a nice free video. I wanted to review what I'd left you with from the last free video that I had done on the NASDAQ and some of its components. I always remember when I had started trading with John and there would be some ideas that come out, and then I swear the next day it would be the complete inverse of that, and I'd think, well, has the story changed, or what kind of modifications do we need to make? And, you know, that's just as important as any other aspect of trading. So when I come in and look at the Qs, I had been gunning for this 133 target. The NASDAQ had been outperforming and doing very well. Clearly that today has shifted. Now, I am not of the mindset of coming in and trying to short the NASDAQ because the trend here is definitely still bullish, but I always like referencing, and you'll find a couple of them. But to me, this is the major decline that preceded the big advancement in this rally. So I'm going to compare that to the drop that we're going through now. And that's kind of the idea. I think that we could pull back a little bit further and then see if we get some more opportunity to the long side. So in that way of thinking, how will we look at managing some of these positions? Well, for NTES, this really needs to hold those recent lows right there around 2082.92. If that doesn't hold tomorrow, I'm going to have to revise this idea and kind of look at the idea that it may come back down into the gap fill instead. So that is one where I've got to be a little bit more careful about it. You will notice that it failed right at the 618 retracement of a previous major swing, and that was something that we acknowledged this morning. So NTS requires a little bit of a management and heads up on it. PayPal actually still looks great. And this is where I was saying how, you know, I would come in and I'd pick up positions that he'd recommend. The very next day it would be down, and then I wouldn't always necessarily know, is the plan still intact? Well, the plan with PayPal is still absolutely intact. You can see that today's selling just brought us back to the 21 EMA. The parabolic SAR still supports price moving to the long side, and you're holding the 618 retracement of this move. So when I look at that, I think that this definitely still has potential to the long side. If it can clear the old high, obviously that will begin to look much better. If nothing else, this will give you an area to offer a low risk opportunity to try and pick that up on Wednesday or Thursday. Now the third that I had reviewed is Netflix, and I've already done the work on this chart, but you can see a very similar concept where when you look at the decline that preceded this rally, you can see that, you know, this first one, and if I activate this, it will make the swing high to swing low more obvious. But you can see that exact swing high to swing low will give you symmetry support at 142.04. The low for today was 142.10. So same story. I don't know that jumping out here and piling into Netflix on Wednesday is really the idea, but you've got two levels there. The first of which at 142, the second a little closer to 140.150. And if it can get down there and start to stabilize, at the very least, I will be looking to sell some put credit spreads. So I hope that helps provide some consistency in the work that I try to give you guys in the free videos. We've got a lot more in the paid video where we review kind of what I'm going to be looking at now that we've seen this drop, and that's what I'll be doing as we get into the end of the week. Also wanted to make sure you guys were aware of the webinar that John's going to be doing tonight. Depending on what time you're viewing this, it may already be through. You can still click the link and get the recording of it. It's going to be simplertrading.com/rapid. And I hope to see you there.